Viewmasters, it's the podcast that we do. Viewmasters, talk about movies that we view. Viewmasters, my friend Eric and me, Joe. Viewmasters, hey, let's start the show.
Hello, welcome to the Viewmasters, episode 243, Gerald's Game. My name is Eric.
My name is Joe.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, Eric.
I know people will be listening to this sometime in January. The one person that listens.
Right, people.
But, you know what? I'm in real time right now as we're recording. I'd just like to say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Merry middle of January to the listener.
It is Christmas Eve as we are recording.
Yes, and what a just delightful romp to watch on Christmas Eve.
This is just a lovely story about a woman, a dog, and her dad.
Yeah! It's a feel-good story, that's for sure.
Yep.
In that I did not feel good while I was watching it.
This movie is stressful.
Holy shit. Can I retroactively veto my own choice?
I wish you wouldn't, because I loved this movie.
It was really good. Except for the parts that I literally could not watch. It was really good.
I can think of at least one scene where you and I probably had the exact same reaction. I can imagine a few scenes we probably had the same reaction.
Yeah.
But the looking away moment, I'm guessing involves a glove.
Rather, I guess a glove?
De-gloving?
De-gloving, yes, there we go. Oh
boy.
Fuck. Oh, man. Anyway. So yes, Gerald's Game.
Yeah. It's a movie based on a Stephen King novel. That I read when I was 14.
Oh, wow.
And did not remember a single thing about it other than the essential premise.
Okay.
Beyond that, all the details were missing. And this didn't really bring them back to life, but this will scar me forever.
Yeah, absolutely. I've never read a Stephen King thing ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know why.
Okay.
It's just never had occasion to read any of his stuff.
I was a huge fan back in the early to mid 90s, and bought quite a few of his books, many of which I still own.
Nice.
I was obsessed with The Stand.
Okay.
And the Dark Tower series, even though I've never really been into fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
I really glommed onto those. I just really got into pretty much anything that involved Randall Flagg.
Okay. What's Randall Flagg?
So Randall Flagg is sort of the villain. He is the villain of The Stand.
Okay.
He is essentially the devil.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Spoiler, because I know the TV show just started, and I think you mentioned you were watching it.
Yeah, we watched the first episode.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's shown up yet. I don't remember.
He has.
Okay.
He showed up right at the very end.
Okay. That's okay. Gotcha. He's the skateboard in the stands.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But he appears in quite a few of his of King's novels.
Okay.
Just sort of, usually he's like a man in black, or he is literally called the Man in Black in the Dark Tower series.
Oh, so he's Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, and sometimes he has different names, but yeah, Randall Flagg is I think what most people refer to him as.
Interesting.
I don't think he is a part of Gerald's game.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah?
For a bit, it seemed like there might be some sort of supernatural force involved.
Yeah, there was. That was a red herring, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely one of King's more grounded novels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because basically most of it just takes place in one room.
Yeah.
And then within Jess's mind, I guess.
Yeah, there's some flashbacks, and at the end there's some other locations.
Yeah.
But it is so the book was called Unfilmable.
Okay, that's the title of the book?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Because that'd be amazing. Has anyone done that yet? If not, I'm going to do that.
Someone has to, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
But yeah, anyway, so the book Gerald's Game
Yes, thank you.
Was deemed unfilmable.
By who?
People who read it.
Okay.
But I don't know. This seemed pretty filmed.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was, I don't know, maybe it was digital. Who knows?
Yeah, it's true. Only Quentin Tarantino uses film these days.
That's true. The old ways are better.
Yes.
Yeah, I wonder, like, did you do any research after you watched the movie? Did you, like, see anything about, like, how the movie differs from the book, and, like, maybe that would give an indication of why it would be deemed unfilmable?
I did read a plot synopsis of the book just to, see what differences there were, and there are superficial differences, but and just, more of a streamlining of the story in the movie.
Yeah.
But nothing that screamed to me that said, this could not be a movie.
Huh, that's really weird.
Especially the way that, after watching the movie, seemed to play out pretty well.
Right, yeah.
I don't know, maybe they thought people would be confused by, imaginary Gerald.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, yeah. Or two versions of Jess.
Yeah, or maybe they didn't, at the time, maybe they didn't just have the technology to do that or something.
Of course they did.
I don't know what year it was when this book came out.
92.
All right, well then shit, I don't know. I don't know why I'm stuck on that, but that's interesting because it seemed very filmable to me.
Right? I mean, as far as I could tell, the book didn't have a dog. I mean...
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know. Maybe that was the key to making it filmable.
But if the book didn't have a dog, then who was eating Gerald?
It was the Moonlight Man.
Oh, of course. So wait, was there actually a dog?
Yes, I believe there was.
Okay.
In the movie. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I spent a lot of the movie questioning what was happening. Like, obviously, the other version of Jess and of Gerald were, figments of her her psyche or whatever.
Right.
But like even the dog and what was happening to Gerald's body, like if he was even actually dead, I didn't know. Like I really like maybe I was trying to read more into it. Like I was looking for the game in Gerald's game, like where it was all a setup somehow, and Gerald was gonna pop out at the end and be like, "Congratulations, you faced your trauma." I don't know. It was much more straightforward than I expected it to be, I guess.
Yeah. The titular game is just weird sex fantasies.
Yeah. Which I did not care for.
Well,
I find sex icky to begin with, so just the idea of it is gross.
Yeah. It's a good thing you're married. Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. Hey-o.
I was going to say that, if this was just your way to be able to talk to me about your sexual kinks, you could have just straight up asked.
That's true.
I mean, I'm an open book. Anything you want to know, I will tell you.
I'm a closed book. On certain things. It is Christmas Eve, sir.
Yes, it is. Still angling for that nice list, aren't you?
I'm trying. Though I don't know, the naughty list looks pretty enticing.
I would say Gerald's on the naughty list for sure.
100%. Yeah, he's just a creep.
Yeah.
Like,
and still manages to be the least creepy of the men in this movie.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. I think that designation goes to Elliot from E.T.
Yes, it does. Oh boy.
Yeah, I did not. I saw his name on the not IMDb, on the Netflix page for the movie before it started. So so I knew he was going to be in it at some point. And then when they started sort of alluding to something bad that had happened to her when she was younger, I sort of started to get a little worried about Elliot. And then it happened. And I will never watch E.T. again.
Well, you probably shouldn't anyway. That's for children.
It's true. It's true. I never enjoy things that are intended for a younger audience.
That's right. You are nearly 40 years old, man.
That's right. I put away childish things.
I did not see his name in the credits, and I did not look up this movie on IMDb before watching it. So I just pretty much assumed it would just be, the Carla Gugino show all the way through.
Yeah.
And it was not. It
was not. No. Yes, we get a fairly traumatic, disturbing flashback.
Yeah, that was. Oh boy, I was on the edge of my seat for that, and not in a good way.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. That was disturbing on a bunch of levels.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say I did not care for what he did there.
I'm glad you did not care, because I did not either. And
it's a bold stance. A bold stance, but I'm gonna take it. So for the listener who's not familiar with the story of this movie or the plot of this movie, Jess and Gerald go to a remote house for a weekend to try and I guess rekindle their marriage, sort of spice things up a little bit. And that involves Gerald handcuffing Jess to a bed. And then as they begin. I don't know. As things get underway, Gerald gets a little rough and Jess doesn't like it, and so they argue, and then Gerald has a heart attack and dies.
Yep.
And now Jess is stuck to try and figure out how to get out of this.
Yes. And along the way, hallucinates a lot.
Yes.
And then has some very traumatic flashbacks to her childhood, which do ultimately help her in the end.
Yes.
To escape her situation, and to sort of come to terms with her life. But they are horrific nonetheless.
Yeah, they are harrowing for sure.
And in the meantime, there's a wild dog that has gotten in the house and starts eating Gerald's corpse, and also attempting to eat her.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy that shows up who may or may not be real.
Yeah. I thought that guy was like Bob from Twin Peaks for most of the movie. Like, especially the part where he's down at the foot of the bed, like, with his... I don't remember, was he licking her feet?
He licked her feet, yeah.
Yeah, like, that was real Bob behavior to me.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that, because that actor is in Twin Peaks.
Is he really?
He's the gum you like is coming back in style guy.
The giant?
Yeah.
Not the bellhop.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the giant.
I thought I recognized him. That's awesome.
Yeah. Who also played Lurch in the Addams Family movies.
I was going to say, I thought that was where I thought I recognized him from. I had never put together that Lurch from the Addams Family movies was also the giant from Twin Peaks. So
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. He's like 80 years old or something like that, too.
Wow.
Still kicking.
That's awesome.
Still being creepy.
Good job.
Yeah. I actually did read up about him just because he fascinates me.
Yeah.
And he's Norwegian or Swedish or something like that. And he loves photography, and he has a website that he just showcases his photographs on.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And just so normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, like I'm at a loss for I don't know if it's just like where to start.
Sure. All right.
Because like the story is pretty straightforward, like, the plot, I guess. It's when the other Gerald and other Jess show up, like they're sort of the angel and devil on her shoulder, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scenes that they were in were like, I really liked that stuff. I really liked all of that stuff, and all of the, for as icky as the flashbacks were, I appreciated how they were done and how they were incorporated. But then, like half an hour before the movie's over, or 20 minutes in, 20 minutes till the end, it gets real hard to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that's the elephant in the movie that I don't want to talk about.
That's fair. So, I'm a huge horror guy.
Yeah.
And I like a wide variety of horror, and sometimes, like I've even just said out loud, that I really just want to watch something where just somebody's face gets torn the fuck off.
Yeah.
But I think the caveat for that is that it has to be just real over the top. and almost borderline stupid for me to enjoy that kind of thing.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm very much the same way.
Like there's a movie called Zombie from the 70s, directed by Lucia Fulci, Italian zombie movie. And there's a scene where a zombie grabs a woman by the head and slowly impales her eyeball in a very tight close-up, like on a wood splinter.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it is grotesque and horrifying, but I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Because, it's a zombie movie.
Sure.
But in this movie, this possibly could happen to somebody.
Yeah.
And it's with that extra layer of realism that things like this really fucking bother me.
Yeah. And I feel like the movie is not, like, it's not gross that way.
Right.
Leading up to it, so I just wasn't expecting it.
It is not a gory horror movie up until that point.
Yeah.
Like the dog, tears off some of, Gerald's corpse, but we don't really see that much of it.
Yeah.
A lot of it is just left to the imagination of what is happening. I'll just say what happens.
Just fucking say it.
So in order to get free, Jess cuts her wrist with a piece of glass, and forces her hand through the cuff, which causes the skin to come off of her.
Yeah. So
she can get free.
Basically, yes.
She literally degloves her hand. Yeah. And I'm not a guy that turns away from gore in a horror movie, but I did for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my face covered for probably 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like from the minute that she breaks the glass, and then she sort of shoves a piece of it into the shelf above the bed.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I was like, oh shit, all right, I know what's about to happen. And so I just covered my face and just listened.
Yeah.
And I probably didn't look again until she was at the sink, wrapping her hands with the bandages.
I looked back, well before then, but it was during the action of that scene.
Yeah.
I could not watch the whole thing.
Even just talking about it right now, my whole body feels tense.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, it was harrowing.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like harrowing is just the best word for this movie.
Yeah, like I said, it's the layer of realism that this movie puts on that makes that horrific. And there are just certain traumas that I cannot take again unless it's just super ridiculous.
Right.
And this was not done in a super ridiculous manner.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
But it's also like the hero moment of the movie, basically.
Sure, yeah.
Which, how fucked up is that?
Well, it's like what's that? 127 Hours.
Yes,
the James Franco movie.
Yeah,
yeah. I will never watch that because I don't want to see what that happens.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
And also, a guy actually did that.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yep.
When I told Jenny that this was the movie that we were watching this week, she had not seen it. She's not read the book, but she knew what happens,
Uh-huh.
and had always told me that she wasn't interested in watching the movie.
All right.
And I was like, well, I'll just go watch it in my office if you don't want to. And she was like, no, it's fine. You just watch it out here. I'll just do whatever. And then like it got to that part, and well, I sent you a picture.
Yes, you did.
Well, she actually started filming me while that was happening. I haven't watched the video yet, but I've looked at the pictures that she took. But I'm just like curled in a ball with my hands over my face. And afterwards she was like, that's why I didn't want to watch this movie. And she was right. It was traumatic.
Yeah. But you know what? Even still, I think the scene with the dad just, I think, bothered me a lot more.
Yeah, no, I totally get that.
Because with that one, it like the handcuff scene, it's pretty quickly over with.
Yeah.
The scene with the dad building up to what is going to happen. It's slow. It's like hinting at what could possibly happen, but there's still that glimmer of hope that maybe it won't.
Yeah.
And then like even like just before the reveal of what happens, like it cuts away like back to reality before we go back to the flashback to see what happened. Yeah, it just and it was just and again, I don't know, maybe part of it is because it's Elliot from E.T.
Right.
Just destroying my childhood.
Yeah, it definitely adds a level of discomfort to that scene, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that scene is really awful.
Yeah. And the aftermath scene
In the bedroom.
In the bedroom, yep. Just, I think that was even worse.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because he is just, in the worst way imaginable, convincing her to believe it didn't happen, essentially.
Yeah. Or just, keep it a secret.
Yep.
Yeah. It's supremely fucked up.
Yep.
But then, the fact that she never told, and that she did never tell anyone, is just heartbreaking. But also, I'm sure, very, very accurate to a lot of people who go through stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also, it makes for her ending of the story where she mentions that she now tells everyone who she thinks might need to hear it. I think that, adds an extra layer of emotion and investments in the story that just really knocks it out of the park.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, between that and confronting the giant, whose name I don't remember.
I don't remember his character's name in the movie other than the Moonlight Man.
Right. But like confronting him in the courtroom, that was really powerful too, I thought. Though I did think it was like the revelation that he was real sort of blew me away. Like I was just like, holy shit. And Jenny, who had left the room, was like, what? Like something was wrong. Oh. I was like, no, it's just a movie, it's fine. But it's crazy.
I will admit that while I'm okay with it, it did sort of kind of bring me down a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
I get that.
I don't know. Like, I just partially was thinking that it's better if he's just imaginary.
Yeah.
But it just, I don't know. My suspension of disbelief was tugged on a little bit there.
Yeah, I get that. I think it was a holy shit thing for me because I expected him to just be imaginary.
Right.
Like, I expected that to be the Stephen King-y, supernatural element. So the fact that it wasn't was a real shock to me. And at first I think I was like, I don't know about that. Like, that's a little convenient.
Yeah.
But I also really liked how it played out.
Oh yeah, I did too. I think that's probably more my attitude on it, was just like an I don't know moment. Yeah.
I'm not sure about this, guys.
Right, yeah. So I have so the movie is co-written and directed by Mike Flanagan.
Okay.
Who I have seen a fair number of things he's done.
Okay.
And on some level, never truly enjoyed them.
Interesting.
The one thing that I can say that I did really like by him was he did the Haunting of Hill House.
Right. Yeah, I looked it up because Jenny mentioned that both Carla Gugino and
Henry
Elliot.
Thomas. Yeah.
Yeah, Henry Thomas, thank you. We're both on Haunting of Hill House, and so I looked and yeah, I saw that as well.
And the woman that plays Henry Thomas's wife in the movie is also she's in everything Mike Flanagan has ever done.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I think they're actually married.
Oh, nice.
But like, he did a slasher movie called Hush, which I didn't care for. He did Oculus with Karen
Gillan.
Yeah, I was gonna call her Amy Pond. Which I did not like that at all.
I know I've seen that. I remember nothing about it.
And then Hill House, I thought, like, as a family drama, I thought it was amazing, but as a horror story, I thought it was really lame.
Okay.
And then he did the follow-up Bly Manor, which I pretty much hated through the end, but I really enjoyed the last episode. And
okay.
I'm not sure how that worked out.
Interesting.
But I can truly say that I really liked this movie.
That's great.
Yeah. And it's weird because as much of his stuff that I've seen that I've disliked, I still keep watching his stuff. So there's clearly something that I'm finding that draws me to his movies and whatnot.
Yeah.
And maybe this was it. I don't know.
You've reached pinnacle Mike Flanagan.
Yeah. He also directed the Dr. Sleep movie.
Yes, I saw that too.
I have not seen that yet, but I'm actually going to watch that tonight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen it. I think I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another Stephen King thing.
Yeah. And is what was the character's name again from The Dark Tower?
Randall Flagg.
Randall Flagg. Is he like Pennywise? Are they supposed to be related somehow?
I don't believe so, no.
I feel like isn't there a Stephen King extended universe?
There kind of is, yeah. But mostly it's Randall Flagg that shows up.
Okay.
And just Castle Rock, Maine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ooh, Castle Rock.
Yeah.
Have you watched that show?
I have not. I think I watched the first episode of the first season, and I didn't dislike it, but I just never continued with it.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of stuff out there.
There's so much stuff out there. Like I barely watch stuff that's not for the podcast, other than like Big Brother.
I mean,
or stuff just to relax.
Like I watched all 15 years of Supernatural in the last 2 months.
Did you finish it?
I did finally finish it.
Oh my god.
And other than that, just the once a week movie that we watch. That's pretty much all I've been doing for the last couple months. Now that I'm done with Supernatural, I'm thinking, well, you know what? I should probably watch more movies.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, just a few.
It frees
anyway.
up a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 16 different fucking streaming services. I might as well use them occasionally.
You were using one of them for Supernatural, I assume.
Well, that is true. Which was weird because it was Netflix, and that's like one of the main ones that I've ignored mostly.
Yeah, I feel like anymore we watch stuff on like Hulu and Disney Plus and CBS now.
Yeah. I've been watching The Simpsons occasionally.
Nice.
Just when I have like a free half hour or whatever.
Is Futurama streaming anywhere?
I think Hulu.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but
I was thinking I wanted to watch some of the Christmas episodes of Futurama tonight.
Those are pretty great.
So yeah, Gerald's game.
Yeah,
It was good.
Yeah, I really quote unquote enjoyed it.
Yeah, aside from that one part, I really liked it. Just, I guess, steel yourself ahead of time for some body mutilation that's awful.
Yeah. It's kind of funny is early in the movie before anything truly horrific happens. Jess feeds the stray dog some $200 steaks.
Yeah,
and it's funny that I went out grocery shopping just before I watched the movie, and was decided that I was going to treat myself to making myself a Christmas dinner this year.
Nice,
like something out of my usual range of stuff that I would make, and so I bought what I consider an expensive steak, and it was $20.
That is an expensive steak.
Yeah. But
that's
apparently
awesome.
There's $200 steaks out there.
That seems made up.
Rich people suck. And you know what? I bet it tastes like meat.
I bet it does. Yeah, I bet the dog found Gerald to taste just about as good as that steak.
Yep.
I was actually thinking about I got a frozen pizza for myself for Christmas, but I was thinking about getting a steak for New Year's.
Yeah. I think pork is mostly the traditional New Year's, but
oh really?
Yeah, but you do you.
I didn't know there was a traditional New Year's meal.
I think so. I think it's like pork ribs and beans and sauerkraut are your traditional dishes.
Okay.
Yeah, at least according to what I remember from my mom making.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll see what strikes my fancy.
Hey, you know what? Fuck tradition. Just to have what you want.
Like I said, frozen pizza for Christmas.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Pretty excited about it.
Yeah. I bought a pizza today, literally minutes before the pizza place closed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, anything brought you some joy this past week?
It's a Comedy Bang Bang best of season.
Oh yeah,
the episodes where they look back on the best episodes as voted by listeners, and they're always just like insanely long episodes of just Scott Aukerman and Paul F. Tompkins fucking around. and then clips from the episodes, and they're some of my favorite things every year. So that's probably the thing that's making me most happy this week.
That's awesome. I plan on listening to them at my job this weekend at work. So
nice. Yeah, the second episode came out today. So
yep. So yeah, I mean, they, like you said, they are really long episodes. So I should probably be able to listen to like one a day.
Yeah, probably. I also listened to the Christmas Spectacular, which was also like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I listened to I want to say most of that last week.
That was pretty great.
I may have skipped like the last 10, 15 minutes or whatever, but
monster.
Yeah, it happens. Once Santa and Ho-Ho were gone, I didn't care anymore.
That you missed, I think, Hankenstein.
No, I heard Hankenstein.
Oh, you did hear Hankenstein, okay. AKA slightly modified Bill Walton.
Yep.
What's bringing you some joy this week? Hopefully something.
Let me rack my brain here for a second. You know what? I finished Supernatural.
Yeah,
and the last episode man, that really hit me hard for a show that I only mildly cared for.
I heard there was some conspiracy towards the end of the series about like there were fans who were like shipping one of the brothers with another character, and then like there was some like this is terrible because I don't remember. I don't know character names. I don't know anything.
I believe you might be talking about Dean and Castiel.
That is, I believe, what I'm talking about. Yes.
Yes.
And then there was something about how like it looked like they were gonna make that canon, and then there was like an abrupt left turn. I don't
know. So I guess they're probably I don't follow fan fiction or slash fiction for anything,
right?
Because I don't care to. But I guess there's a heavy contingency of fans that have shipped Dean and Castiel for a long time, and in the second to last episode or so, they essentially had Castiel declare his love for Dean, and then immediately die.
Oh no!
Spoiler.
That sucks.
Yeah. Anyone who was shocked by any deaths in this show hadn't been watching the show. Especially since it was in its final fucking season.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It still seems kind of shitty.
Yeah.
To, like, do it that way.
Maybe a little bit, but, you know, it was for the story.
Yeah, alright. Write a different story.
Yeah, I mean, can't have happy endings.
That's true. Gone too soon. Happy endings.
I don't know what that is.
It was a sitcom on ABC that I understand was very good.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. That's pretty good, though. That's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah. Now, I mean, honestly, like, since I finished it, I kind of don't know what to do anymore.
That's how I feel. Like we're on season 19 of Big Brother now. There are 22 seasons. And, I'm sort of dreading what's going to happen when it's over. Like, I really don't know. I don't know what's next for us.
Well, I'm sure both you and I will find something to fill those voids.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So how about I pick a movie?
How about you do that?
This is a rare instance where you actually know what I'm going to pick.
Oh, right. I forgot that you told me what you were going to pick.
But we had to have this discussion because I was not sure whether or not since HBO Max recently came to the Roku, I now have HBO Max.
Right.
And I was not sure if you had it or not, and it turns out you do.
I do.
And so, it being Christmas, this movie comes out tomorrow, in real time, a month ago for the listener.
Right. So this will be a blazing hot take for the listener.
Yeah. I would like to watch Wonder Woman 1984.
Excellent. I would like to watch that as well.
And, I'm sure, I don't know if we'll talk about that or not, but, it's probably a movie that there's a very high probability that had you been in town, you and I may have gone to see it.
Yeah, it seems pretty likely.
Yeah, in an actual theater.
Yeah. I mean, also there's the possibility that if conditions had existed where I would have been coming to town for the holidays, this movie would have been in theaters months ago.
That is also true. Yeah, it was supposed to come out in August originally, right?
August or July.
Yeah. So, fair point. We probably would have just seen something else.
Yeah, probably. We would have gone to see The Eternals.
Hey! Ooh, I totally forgot that was happening.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be this year.
Yeah, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yep.
I am totally down to watch Wonder Woman 1984.
Excellent. All right. Well then, so for the listener, probably not available anymore, but hope you watched it when it came out.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yep. All righty. Well, have a Merry Christmas, sir.
Next time, yeah, you too. I hope you enjoy yourself. I hope that the cat calms down for you.
Me too. All right.
You deserve it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to The Viewmasters. You can subscribe to the show directly at view.guttertrash.net or at iTunes and leave us a review. Visit view.guttertrash.net for email information and links to Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you next time on The Viewmasters.